panicking.
It kind of looks like a little burrito to me.
It is time for us to do the most daunting challenge we've ever done on this show.
Uh-oh! It's the mid-season finale.
Anybody smell a fire?
24 hours in the kitchen.
Not fun to eat it.
Oh, God, that part.
Today, we're making croissants.
I don't even know how to spell croissant.
Four chefs enter and one survives.
Her chef.
A big live special to end it all.
Yes, chef. And you guys get to vote on the winner. Her chef. TryGuys.com/war.
The Try Guys are back in the test kitchen for the mid-season finale of Without a Recipe.
I'm not good at this basic stuff.
Only the advanced stuff.
This week is the longest and most technically difficult challenge they've ever attempted. Croissants. Oh, sorry. Croissant.
So, all right, here we go.
Will they know when to fold them?
Why are there lemons here? Why are there lemons?
Or will they be begging for merci?
We don't get cookie cutters?
Cookie cutters.
Each baker will have an unprecedented 24 hours to complete their bakes and present it to our panel of judges.
Welcome to the mid-season finale of Without a Recipe. Hey everyone, I'm Rosanna Pansino. I host one of the most popular baking shows online, and now I also host and judge some Food Network shows.
Hi there, my name is Jimmy Wong. I host a show called Feast of Fiction. We make fictional foods into reality, and I'm also just here a bunch.
Hi, my name's Jennifer Yee, and I'm the baker and owner of Baker's Bench in Chinatown. After culinary school, I moved to New York and worked at Jean George, moved to the Bay, and I worked at Craftsman & Wolves, Bouchon Bakery, French Laundry. Then I came back to LA, was the pastry chef of Colbie, and then I opened Baker's Bench. Croissants are pastries that have a debated origin. Some say they're from Austria, some say they're from France. It falls into the category of a laminated dough, where you take dough, you put butter in, and then we fold it, proof it, shape it. You're combining multiple techniques. You're also trying to stretch butter and gluten into really thin layers, and baking is a science. It is not something you can be lackadaisical about. You don't want your butter to get too warm, or you don't want your butter to be too cold. And you could imagine trying to make butter and stretch into really thin layers is pretty difficult. And I really cannot imagine making croissants without a recipe. If you want to make a croissant without a recipe, you should go to a bakery.
Eugene and I made croissants on our Food Network show. You don't know that because you didn't watch it. It's okay. We didn't promote it. We were a little busy at that time. They gave me the dough and the butter block. I still f***ed it up.
I absolutely love them. And it's so much air in there. You cut them in half, you're like, wow. It's like a fancy spider web in there.
It's just bread that's like fluffier bread, and it's kind of like wavy.
It's definitely not bread.
It's not bread at all?
No, it's French patisserie.
What the f is that?
Yeah, my wife Courtney was in a croissant contest in France.
What?
And she came like second. Courtney said butter. I forgot what Courtney said. Oh, damn.
The only thing I gotta figure out is how is there air in the croissant? It's not yeast, is it? No.
Going for the three-peat, 3 for 3, third place. That's basically winning.
No idea what I'm supposed to do in this hour.
Okay.
But the clock is ticking, so away we go!
All right.
Go! Go!
Go!
Okay.
Z, L-A-Z.
Is that what they say?
That's so.
To me, what better flavor that has not been explored in croissants for some reason than cinnamon raisin? Daddy's favorite. Honestly, Habersburger's favorite. We love croissants. I do think putting the cinnamon straight into dough could work.
Why would I measure if I don't even know what the measurement means?
What am I going for?
Why not just throw a bunch of this shit in a bowl and pray, which is what I've been doing, and it's gotten me all the way to 3rd place. I am making a pumpkin spice filled croissant. Because I'm Jared Popkin my whole life. People, oh, pumpkin. And it's like, you know what? We're taking that on. I'm not here to make friends. I already made every friend here. They're all my friends. I'm here to make croissants. I may lose some friends.
We definitely want the salt kosher. L'chaim.
Today, I'm making a milk and cereal croissant. It's going to be a white chocolate croissant with a bunch of cereal goodies inside. This is the exact same thing I made on our Food Network show, but again, you didn't watch it. Which is cool. I didn't watch it either. The show's way better.
Would you guys like to taste a little bit of Flamin' Hot Cheetos? Yes, I'm making Flamin' Hot Cheetos croissant. Name somebody who made Flamin' Hot Cheetos in their croissant. I'm an artist, and sometimes you're criticized by your art because you're ahead of your time. Van Gogh didn't sell a painting until he died, baby.
Can you just tell me if you're gonna put them in whole or do something with them?
I'm gonna make it happen. Rachel, trust me, I got this.
First, the bakers will have half an hour to make their dough.
Bread flour, eh?
I mean, we're gonna need it, right?
It's gonna be like normal bread, but with butter.
Okay.
So let's just make dough, but it's buttery.
Why does the yeast look like condoms? Like, hey, be safe out there tonight.
You know, they're
Bring
both
yeast.
for things that rise. Woo!
Whoa!
First, when we make croissant dough, it has a couple basic ingredients that we would find in any other dough. First, we have our yeast. We're gonna add our water next.
I'm gonna activate my yeast first.
Oh, wait, we need it to rise. Of course we need yeast.
Right now I got AP flour, I got some yeast, and I've got like half a cup of water.
I don't think it's yeast. Yeast makes things spring back, and I don't want it to spring back.
Why?
Because I need to roll it 1,000,000 times.
Croissants falls under dough, which means it's yeasted.
There's a whole lot of yeast here if we're not supposed to use it. The yeast. You just sit back here, see what happens to you.
To forget the yeast in your yeasted dough would be a dire mistake, and I don't know what you would do with that at that point.
What else do I have at my disposal here? Could it be baking soda?
I would stay away from any other kind of leaveners like baking soda, baking powder.
I got baking soda.
What? I always forget baking soda, but I don't know what it's for. A lot of baking soda.
Baking soda.
It really feels like we're being totally left out to dry today.
And then we have salt, sugar, flour, butter, and a little malt syrup.
Croissants are salty. I've got 4 cups of flour, a tablespoon of yeast, Irish butter, some sugar. Okay, we're gonna go 2 eggs. I feel like when in doubt, egg it out.
Typical croissant doughs don't have any eggs at all.
Whoever ate something and was like, oh no, it's too delicious. Why'd you put egg in there?
That's what differentiates a croissant dough from a Danish dough. No eggs, yes butter.
Lots of sugar. The judges never taste my baking skills.
You guys both chose milk over water?
We both chose milk over water. Yes, that's a choice I made consciously.
And then it's gonna mix for 9 minutes.
I've done kosher salt, baking soda, AP flour.
Have as much heat on the butter, something like that.
I guess you can't put stuff in when it's going vroom, vroom, vroom.
We're gonna take it out of the bowl. We can see that it still has slack. We can really pull it.
Oh, God, that part. Dough is not fun to get on your skin. One of my big feelings is when I have stuff all in my hands or on my skin.
If your dough is too sticky, then you probably have too much hydration in there,
Oh, I'm making it worse. I'm just making it worse.
or it's undermixed.
Like bread, you work for ever. Is this bread?
Maybe this has to be hand mixed delicately. I bet you French people, they made a food that like you have to really make love to it. Mm-hmm. The French are lovers.
Nice and slow.
They don't use machines. They go in with their hands.
Oh, yeah, with consent.
Excellent, Kwesi.
This is what we're looking for in the dough. It has a little bit of these like pock marks.
All right, 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
10 minutes?
What to do, Rach?
Oh, there you go. You got some good dough going.
It's dough.
This looks better than I thought it would when I rolled it.
Wow, you got a lot of dough.
I tried my best.
Wow, it does look like a nice dough. Let me smell it.
Smell it.
Ah, it does smell like more like a croissant dough. How? Because it smells bready, like a bakery. Maybe it was yeast. There's a whole lot of yeast here if we're not supposed to use it. Ah, it does smell more like a croissant dough. The yeast. It smells bready, like a bakery.
To forget the yeast in your yeasted dough would be a dire mistake.
Be safe up there tonight.
It's gotta be yeast. Uh-oh.
Oh, shit.
Uh-oh. I know I did it wrong.
Wait, are you just making more dough?
I'm gonna try.
What
Wow.
are you doing, Dee?
I'm panicking, Rachel.
It's 7 minutes.
I know what we have. I think my dough's wrong, because Jared smelled better. So I'm making a yeast dough. A little late, but better late than never.
I feel pretty good. What do I do with this 6 minutes? Hang out? Should we have some sauve?
The new bowl is just water, flour, and there was some sugar. I'm gonna put some salt in it.
5 minutes.
Oh my God, this is the stickiest dough I've ever made in my life. Okay, I'm done. I'm gonna let it rest.
Oh, shit. All right. Time for you to rise.
It feels like dough.
Feels like dough. Good
Feels
enough.
like dough.
1 minute. Get it going.
Sticky.
Come on, geez. Let's go. Cellophane that shit. Oh, God. Go, 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 go. Wow.
2, 1, hand up.
Good job, dude.
Wowie dowie.
That was great.
While their dough poofs in the oven, the guys will have half an hour to make their butter block.
So, things that I'm thinking about,
Yeah.
does the butter have any herbs in it?
Ooh,
Perhaps like
good
an
call.
herb de Provence.
Good call. I should. Oh, snap. I should put my flaming hot Cheeto mix
Into the
in
butter.
my butter. Stop playing.
So for our recipe today, we're going to use a pound of butter for the lock-in, which sounds like a lot because it is.
That's so much butter.
I think this is the right amount. It's a lot of butter.
The point of making this butter block is to make sure that the butter is in a thin, even layer. I like to cut these in half.
Maybe I roll the butter. Maybe I roll the butter.
No, no, no. We're gonna roll the butter later.
Let's roll some butter.
That's not. I don't think that's working out the way you planned it to, Zach.
From here, we're just gonna pound it out. We'll just kind of press it in so it's even.
Now I think you just go. I'm pretty sure this is what you do.
You just beat the shit out of your food?
Yep.
Look, Mom, I'm making croissants. She'll never believe this. She'll go, Jared, you don't know how to cook. You don't do it.
You have to be strong to make croissants. You have to be strong to work in a bakery.
Good job. I'm a Michelin star baker now.
The butter at this point is still cold. It's the temperature of what we would call pliable.
We're gonna use the stand mixer to make the butter hot and pliable. Then we're gonna make it into a perfect ass square. How do you get it flat?
After we've gotten it approximately the size we want, we're gonna take our bench scraper and kind of just even it out.
What I want to do is infuse my butter. This is cheddar cheese powder. This is red 40. That's for flaming hot Cheetos.
What is red 40, Kwesi?
Some chemical, probably.
So now our butter block is the size of a half sheet pan, which is this right here. We're gonna leave this into the fridge until it's ready.
1 minute.
And then I'm just gonna put this in the fridge like this. I think this is pretty close.
Butter right in the fridge.
Yeah.
I think I'm frickin' done.
Done. Boom.
Kwesi, I think that butter all has to be one butter.
No, it has to be in pieces.
I've done this before. And it was, they gave me a butter block. It was all one.
Didn't you cut it into pieces?
Nah. That's just how one French pastry chef who dedicated his life to croissants did it.
After leaving their dough to proof in the oven for 3 hours.
Mine is actually pretty soft and pliable.
Oh no. It didn't do anything.
This dough is hard and stuck. To get your dough looks like dough.
The next step is to roll out their dough and lock in their butter.
It's like sand a little bit.
Oh, wow. Oh,
It's
yours
so
isn't
dense.
Honestly, Kwesi, though, I wonder if that's right.
We're gonna fold the dough over. This is called locking it in. We're locking the butter into the dough.
Is it, you think that I put the butter in the middle and fold it over like Jumanji? I'm gonna let it freeze for 10 minutes.
Wait, how'd you fold it?
Like a book.
With just the butter inside of it? You just literally folded it on top of each other?
Yep.
Oh shit, that doesn't sound right. I'm gonna put the butter dead center. I folded mine like a Bible.
At this point, we want to make sure that the dough is completely covering the butter. This is gonna go in the freezer now.
I'm making a plus so that I can fold it in to bed. Okay, this is going in the freezer right now.
It's easier to book fold if it's in small pieces. It's cut across.
Kwesi, you're cutting out all of your croissants right now?
Yes, for the folding.
Kwesi, I don't think that's right. But I also am not confident enough to tell you what is.
Yeah, thanks, Zach. That's very honest.
Cool, we're going back to the
Pretty
freezer.
good.
Other than the folding of this, I feel pretty good about this dough.
This whole step was folding.
At this point, we will begin rolling this out. It's been in the freezer. You wanna do this as quickly as possible so the dough and the butter both stay really cold.
I really want to make it longer. Oh no, it's really hard. What the hell? Why is it turning?
You're really just gonna go for it, guys. Ideally, you're stretching this out 2.5 to 3 times the original size.
I don't have a lot of time because the butter's gonna melt. Can't have that.
You need to roll it as thin as possible, but as quickly as possible to keep the layers.
If our dough was spraying back and just kept shrinking on us, that would be an indication that the dough was too warm. This is the length I pretty much want it. Let's roll it out to make sure it's a nice rectangle.
So mine's like a huge rectangle. It's almost like a blanket. I want to saran wrap this, put it in a tray, put it in the freezer.
Yeah, well, we have to book fold it.
I still don't really know what that means.
I don't know what that means either.
We're gonna do what I call a 4-fold, which will give us 4 layers of croissants. Lightly flour. I'm gonna pound it out again.
I'm gonna fold it weird. Oh, this could be it for me. Oh God, what am I doing it like this?
I think what you're doing, honestly, is right.
I also want to clarify, I think I have some Cheeto residue in mine.
Can I put it back in the freezer now? You got this. Man, it's like an organ. It looks kind of bloody.
Oh, there's shit all over this thing.
Yeah.
Does this one have red food dye too?
It's the Cheetos.
I gotta clean it in the most grotesque way possible.
Whoa! Whoa!
Okay, shut up, everybody.
And we're gonna fold this 4 more times. If your temperatures are right, your layers will stay intact and nice because cold butter is a solid object.
I'm putting extra butter in mine. Am I gonna fold it like a book again? Okay. How many layers can a croissant even have? 7?
This has 2 4-folds, which means it has 16 layers of butter and 16 layers of dough.
And why don't I just add the slug on it?
No, don't.
More layers, bro.
What are you doing, Kwesi?
I'm folding and rolling, baby. What are you doing, Rachel?
If it's starting to get anywhere even close to room temperature, you want to put it back into the freezer and let it chill down again.
Oh, this is better.
What are you doing, Kwesi?
Yo,
Everyone's telling you it's wrong.
this is gonna work out. It looked like bone marrow. I don't have a lot of time because the butter's gonna melt.
I've got tons of layers. Am I doing it right, or am I just really f***ing up and I don't know yet?
I think you're actually doing it correct. Honestly, Jared, I think you're in the lead.
This is what we call a book at this point. This is gonna go in the freezer now. We're going to rest it overnight and then we'll shape them tomorrow.
Zach, is that the shape you wanted?
I'm gonna cry.
It's day 2. After leaving their laminated dough in the fridge overnight, they have 4 hours to make their filling and finish their croissants.
Okay, Rachel, what do I cut the croissants with? What, this? We don't get cookie cutters?
Cookie cutters?
This has been frozen and resting overnight. We want to get this as thin as possible, as quick as possible.
Is this getting too warm? Should I put it back in the freezer?
Wow, yours got really flat. Mine's still pretty thick.
Well, we're all different.
We're going to turn these into rectangles for chocolate croissants.
I'm gonna start by cutting my little babies out.
Okay,
And then I'm gonna put it back in the freezer.
these are rolled out, ready to go. These are going back into the freezer.
And triangles for plain croissants. It's nice to use a ruler and be really precise with your measurements.
I do it by eye, because I'm good at this. Look at these shark teeth I've made. They're pretty sick.
It's getting too warm.
Yeah, mine's getting pretty warm too, right?
No, I'm concerned.
I don't want to put these in the fridge. They're getting soft.
Once you get past being able to make a croissant dough, you can stumble into this wide territory of flavors and things you can do with them.
Now I'm back in my comfort zone. Cereal. We're gonna be doing a little bit of white chocolate to represent the milk. And then we're gonna have everybody's favorite Cinnamon Toast Crunch. And then I think I wanna put Fruity Pebbles in the middle so that it looks like funfetti rainbow. I'm realizing I don't know what a croissant looks like.
What I really try to stay away from are fillings that are like too soggy.
Pumpkin spice, because I'm making a Popkin croissant, baby. I have to make the pumpkin spice? I thought it was just gonna be like, here's some pumpkin spice, Jared, good luck. Eggs, whipping cream, pumpkin puree.
Just get like a soggy croissant that isn't flaky at all.
Get in there, puree, we're gonna use a ton of you.
There is a pumpkin pie spice over there, Jared.
Yes! Should I just add the puree to the spice and call it a day? I feel like sugar is one of those ingredients that you think you're putting a lot in, but you gotta keep going.
Some people like to use wet fillings like ganaches. If you were to do that, you would bake it and then pipe it in at the end.
Also, how are croissants not $150?
You have to be careful because you're still working with a yeasted dough, so you don't want anything too salty, you don't want anything too sugary.
To make something into a paste, I need butter and I need MSG.
It's just gonna pull moisture from the dough and kind of give you this like hard product.
All right, and go. Flaming hot Cheetos, onion powder. Yeah. Some xanthan gum on that shit.
No.
Why?
Xanthan gum is a gum. It makes things gummy.
I want it to bind together like Zach said. Oh my God, it tastes fantastic.
I gotta like kind of whip together my filling, which is of course Daddy's favorite. Right now it's just raisins and sugar. Big scoop of cinnamon. I know it dries things out. I know, Rosanna. The thing is, when you use cinnamon, it dries it out. It's my best Rosanna impression. A little bit of cream cheese will let ooze out. It's like a cheese ball at a fancy dinner party. Little cream cheese turds. They really got a turd vibe, huh?
We're gonna stretch it a little to get really nice and thin layers, and then we'll roll it up.
I really want these to be chunky, bursting with flavor.
You don't want to be overfilling it so filling seeps out,
I don't eat croissants, but I think the best ones is.
or underfilling it so you really get no flavor.
I gotta like put more on here, else it's not gonna have enough flavor. It's like a little pizza.
They're definitely fat, and if they improve, they'll get fatter, and then when they bake, they'll get fatter. They're full of little turds. They're disturbing, and yet they just might work.
And cream cheese is really easy. I can just throw it in the middle. One thing Kwesi James know how to do is roll a freaking joint.
I'm really trying to stuff this I'm going for like the cannoli ratio.
This is the best I've felt so far this far in. Am I a master frickin' baker? I feel like I'm on top of the world.
It's beautiful.
And now we're going to do what we will call final proofing.
You're gonna take the top rack with those two. I'm gonna take the middle rack.
Yeah, ready?
1, 2, 3, go.
It's like an intentional bacteria dungeon.
Yeah, they made it like Florida.
And we're just gonna let this proof for, generally they take about 2.5 hours. Could take longer depending how warm your kitchen is.
Oh yeah, mine got bigger. But they did get bigger because they weren't touching initially.
Oh no.
Oh, they peed.
Oh, you're peeing.
Oh, they peed.
Oh, they peed.
Oh, they peed.
These look a lot sexier.
Oh, they're peeing butter.
They peed.
What'd you put in there? Oil?
Butter.
All butter.
They got too warm.
What happened?
Butter.
I feel like people make mistakes when proofing a lot of the time.
What does peeing mean?
They proof in an environment that's too warm and all of your butter is gonna leach out.
I was flying so high.
I'm so confused.
Once your butter gets past that like softness, it's gonna just start melting.
So the butter is seeping out of my thing. That's gotta be bad, no?
Your butter got too warm and now it's just fully emulsified and incorporated into the dough.
I want to get these in the oven as quickly as possible because I need to make up ground on presentation here. I'm doing an egg wash.
We're gonna egg wash them really gently.
I do think I want to put butter on mine.
Are you lathering yours?
Jared was just copying you, so I
Well, if you make him go out with me, he's copying me.
Cool, I'm ready. I got Cheetos in the pan just to give it a little marination.
Okay. Let's go.
Okay, oven outside. Got it.
And then we'll bake them at 375 for about 20 minutes.
Step, watch your step. There's a curb.
I have to bake with his Cheetos.
You want to put yours in, Jared?
Woo, that's hot. Feels like an oven.
Thank you. Goodbye, my sweet little sluts.
Close it.
What do we do now?
Set a timer.
Okay, let's get a timer for 20 minutes.
Here you go. They're brown. These are a little golden. That's okay. These are smaller, so they're always gonna bake faster.
Can I use the bathroom first? Oh no, now my dick has Cheetos on it.
Welcome to Without a Recipe mid-season finale. Today we'll be judging on taste, creativity, presentation, and is it a croissant?
I'm looking for something that's flaky, something that isn't too chewy, and something delicious.
A croissant, it has to be big, right? It can't be thin, it can't be compressed. Have the layers, the hard outer casing and the soft inside.
I'm looking for flaky, little crunch, buttery, fluffy. Those are all the things I love when I bite into a croissant.
Are there any common pitfalls that first-time croissantiers make?
There's a pitfall at every corner. There's a million pitfalls.
Judges, the Habersberger family loves croissants. And growing up, my father's favorite breakfast was Raisin Bran. And he loved cinnamon raisin cookies. And I wanted to make a tribute to my father and create a croissant with the flavor of cinnamon and raisins. And to help it be more rich, I have added cream cheese as well. These are Daddy's favorite croissants.
Oh!
Wow, shaped like
I
Daddy.
love it.
Wow.
They've got height, they've got fluff.
You can see the
They've
layers.
got a nice
Yeah.
golden brown.
Yeah.
I love the golden brown. Wow.
I love croissants, and I think I understand how to make them.
Did you really not have a recipe?
I made it without a recipe.
He did it with the spirit of Daddy guiding him.
I'm a little shocked by the presentation. Like these are really big and beautiful and
we
great
have a-
color.
The lamination's not that bad. There's like honeycomb
out.
structure.
Yeah.
It's not collapsed.
We got layers.
Dave, I'm impressed here. What's going on? Okay, that you
They
can
smell
see
good.
all the layers.
they
Look at
feel
all
good.
those nice layers.
They look amazing.
While you're eating?
You couldn't even wait.
I can't taste anything really.
You gotta eat the filling part.
No salt.
Very little.
Texture-wise is really well done, but it's so bland. Salt is sugar's friend.
I will say the croissant is kind of flavorless. Everything else about the structure of it is great. But actually, I'd say all of the flavor is in the filling.
Oh my gosh, Keith, this is good. I just wish I had more filling.
Yeah, the filling is a little
I really
lacking.
have to hunt for it. You know, in the majority of the croissant, the filling isn't present. It's only in this little bit, this nugget right here.
The inside's soft. The outside is crispy. It's baked really well. It's really lacking some flavor, but texturally, it's really good.
Yeah, presentation-wise, it looks good.
Did you put red food coloring in here?
Yes, the red food coloring. You'll find that in everything you eat today, and that is brought to you by none other than Kwesi James.
Kwesi James.
What?
Kwesi James
Oh.
had red food coloring everywhere, and there was simply no way for it not to affect everyone's pastries today, so please disregard any red. It is not by purpose, design, or intent.
I've never had a Raisin Bran croissant before.
I like the theme that you came up with because I feel like it's very personal to you.
Yeah.
I feel like every season we've got a daddy's favorite something or other, but this one we just got a little one. We needed more daddy in here.
Yeah, more
Yeah,
daddy.
so just not enough daddy.
Not enough
A
daddy.
good theme, but we wanted more.
Judges, is it a croissant?
We
Wee.
agree that it is a croissant.
We.
3 wees.
That's 3 wees.
Call me a pig. I'm going home.
Do the crunch, do the crunch. Oh, wow.
You're right, the dough is so bland. Impressively so.
Judges, how are you?
Bien.
All right. Something's afoot. We got a murder in our hands, judges.
A murder mystery dinner?
Bring in the first plate. Take a look at that.
That's a hot Cheeto.
What's happening here, huh? You go on the plate, you see a little glove.
Is that MSG?
Damn right it's MSG.
I know.
Yeah, that looks
We know.
Now, what I created here is whodunit. Now, take a look at me. Now, take a look at yourselves. Now, put your hands in the air. Now, wave them like you just don't care. We have a hot Cheeto infused with cream cheese, a bit of salt, a bit of sugar, and a ton of MSG in a croissant for that ass. Let's go.
Whoa. Crazy, what the is this?
So, anybody smell a fire?
It's a murder mystery.
Anybody smell a fire? I think they lit the house on fire to hide the bodies.
What?
Yeah. And there was a hot Cheetos in the house, and it all burnt together. It must have been a guy from Philadelphia, huh?
What?
Because it has Philly. What's that thing called again?
Cream cheese?
Cream cheese inside of it.
That's where the red food coloring came from.
Yeah. Indulge.
They all look different. Some of them look like this,
Because it's a murder mystery.
and some of them look like this.
Right, that one's a bit more cooked.
All right.
Kwesi, this doesn't look like a croissant.
It looks like a Hot Pocket.
It kind of smells like a Hot Pocket.
It's a murder mystery.
Whoa!
How'd you get this
I
thick?
mean, that's all filling. And it's a
Why
little,
is it brown?
The bottom is, it's a bit overbaked, you know, because a nice golden brown color is the goal. That's what we're shooting for. But this color, that's a little burnt here at the bottom.
Well, you guys have a lot of questions, a lot of critiques.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that.
They're the judges.
But I'm gonna give that to you.
It smells good.
Does it?
I don't know, it smells like cream cheese and junk food. It kind of seems like you got scared about making croissants, so you just did filling.
You're a good
You're really
detective.
trying to.
It's overbaked, but it's also underbaked on the inside, so.
Man, there's so much critiquing happening right now. Wow.
There's a lot going on.
You know what, Kwesi? You're right. We just gotta bite in and see what this is all about.
I'm saying.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
That's not the
Well,
face I want.
here goes nothing.
She's not. Doesn't hate it.
I mean, it's not bad.
Oh, nice.
Is there any yeast in this?
Yeah, I
It
threw a
just-
whole pack in there.
I just don't see a lot of expansion and layers.
Yeah.
Oh, you probably killed the yeast somehow. I think you killed your yeast somehow.
What is this theme?
There's a few things that can kill yeast.
It's a murder mystery. You
yeah.
saw what you said. You killed the yeast somehow.
Do I gotta tell the story myself? I mean, it's a murder mystery.
Who killed the yeast?
Bruh, you got the gloves on.
Oh.
This is hard as a rock.
That's not what I wanted to do intentionally,
Yeah.
and I apologize.
Creative-wise, I love Flamin' Hot Cheetos. I've never seen somebody put Red Hot Cheetos in a croissant. This is a first for me. This is fun.
So it's kind of like you're eating a 3-layer cake. The top layer is tough as nails, the second layer is like squishy and doughy, and then the middle is creamy and crunchy. So your mouth is kind of confused because it's got monosodium glutamate coursing through its veins, and so your mouth is convinced it tastes good, and I guess it tastes good. Wow, I didn't see that coming at all. Good job.
Judges, it's the moment now to make me feel good about myself. And it's up to you. All of you.
Man, that's kind
Look
of
me in my eyes, please. Now look at yourself. Now put your hands in the air. Now wave them like you just don't care. Oh, shit. Is it a croissant?
No.
No.
Oh, you killed your...
Yeah. I love you all. I love you.
I know who the murderer is here.
Yeah.
You're killing spirits.
All right, you want to break it open? Let's hear the sound.
It didn't make a sound.
It looks more red velvet than my red velvet.
Yeah.
It didn't make a sound. Esteemed bakers, ladies, gentlemen, I am very honored to show you my second attempt at baking ever.
Oh.
My last name is Popkin. I went with a pumpkin spice croissant. I give you Popkin's croissants.
Oh, bonjour.
That's way better than I was hoping for.
Hello.
Wow. We're seeing some good layers here, right?
Yeah,
We're seeing some good layers.
They're fluffy.
Oh, hit me with that again. Oh, it's a party. Oh my God.
You can see all these beautiful layers.
It looks good.
The layers look good. The shapes are more or less croissants. I wish there was a little bit of color on them.
Okay.
This is your
Also-
second time ever baking?
Yep, I tried cookies last week and it didn't go as well as this.
It's much too greasy and oily here at the bottom. A lot of the oil has sunken to the bottom.
Mine is oozing liquid.
Yeah, that
It's
makes sense.
so wet to the touch. It's really, really greasy.
My biggest issue that I ran into was when I proofed it
Too hot.
and I pulled it out. I think
Too
the
hot.
butter had melted out of them.
When you proof it in too hot of an environment, the butter will melt and it'll just like melt all out.
I'm sorry that happened because we want all this delicious butter in the dough.
Of course.
Yeah,
Now it's just kind of a little soggy bottom.
Okay, I
But-
think it's time to dig in.
Yeah, impressive, and it smells good.
Yeah.
Oh God, I hope it is.
I'm gonna break it in half. I wanna see what's going on.
really greasy.
Yeah. It's greasy as heck.
So just,
Oh, wow.
Okay.
oh, like wow isn't like, oh wow.
Yeah, I think the dough has some flavor to it, but it is a little bland.
The croissant itself is a little bland, but I mean, the filling tastes good. It's just greasy. This is very impressive without a recipe.
I got a little bit of the filling just right here.
I don't know, I think I didn't spread my filling very
Where
thick.
is it?
Because I was worried about making such a mess when I rolled it.
Right.
So I think I did, in the moment, I felt like I want to let a light on the filling.
Is filling an important aspect of a filled croissant?
You're such a dick.
Yum.
Kwesi, do you think the croissant is an important element of the croissant?
Yeah, Zach. Yeah, Zach. That's pretty good. Yeah, Zach.
I have two schools of thought on creativity.
Okay.
Making this pumpkin spice based off your name, clever.
Thank you.
Other school of thought is pumpkin spice creative?
Pumpkin spice. We literally joke about it being basic.
For sure. I expected the creativity to take a less than a Kwesi, but I'm hoping the croissant was more than
A Kwesi?
Yeah. My esteemed bakers, the most important question yet, is it a croissant?
We.
Holy yeah! Yes! My mom's never gonna believe me!
That's
Three
pretty
leaves.
good. That's pretty
3
good.
Lees for Popkin.
All the way home.
I feel on top of the world right now.
Great sound.
Oh, it's so greasy. I thought for a second I had water.
Judges, bonjour.
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 The croissant, s'il vous plaît, is
Oh my God.
a French pastry, if you don't know, flaky in origin. And I thought it was time to introduce this breakfast food to America.
Oh.
Are you French?
No. One of America's favorite breakfast foods, children love it, sugary cereals. So I wanted to take milk and cereal and milk, and put it inside the croissant.
Oh.
This is the milk and cereal croissant.
Oh.
Whoa!
Merci beaucoup.
Big boys.
You have white chocolate inside for the cereal milk. I have crushed up CT Crunch, some Fruity Pebbles inside for a little funfetti fun, and I drizzled them with white chocolate, and I regret how that looks.
They're nice and tall.
Thank you. Americans like it big.
Yeah, they got that calzone feel to it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they do look like croissants, I think, if they had a tiny bit more curve.
It really does look amazing.
They kind of look like
Okay.
chimichangas.
I would say this is one of the biggest croissants I've ever held.
Thank you.
Okay, let's see here. I want to
I'm
open
seeing
this
some
up.
like cinnamon sugar here, which I like that idea, you know?
Yeah.
Crunch it all.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
my
cool.
gosh, this inside.
What about it? What about the inside? We love
Little
it?
We
goodies
see
in there.
layers.
It's filled.
It's filled.
We got layers and we're filled. Let's go. We're back, people.
The outside of it is surprisingly tough, but
Yeah.
the inside matches expectations when it comes to croissants. Let's see how it tastes.
It's fruity.
Fruity Pebbles. Children. Think about the children.
Your dough's really salty.
Thank you. You, a very wise baker once told me, one of you, I forget who, I wasn't paying attention, that salt and sugar are great.
This kind of dense, what we would call a crumb structure, makes me think that your butter was too warm at some point, and now we kind of have this like bread crumb structure instead of like this open airy croissant crumb structure.
It's bullshit. I knew this was gonna happen. I knew it was gonna happen. I did it before, and then I did it again, and I really tried everything to make it not happen.
You know what I really like though? You can see that there's a cinnamon layer around throughout.
It's very salty and very sweet. It's a little strong in both categories. There's flavor there, and it's really creative. I mean, a cereal croissant.
Rosanna also did not watch our Food Network show. Love it.
It kind of reminds me of like a strudel.
No.
But I will say that the flavor all throughout does make this the tastiest so far of all the croissants.
Oh, shit. Wow, Zach.
I think this is a creative croissant. It's
Yeah.
a little big. I think you didn't roll your dough thin enough.
No kidding.
It's not greasy.
Not greasy, but it's just a little. It's a
looks
little
like
too
nuts.
dense.
No, I think we're gonna just cut that line out. We don't need it. We don't need it. Judges, is it a croissant?
We.
Not a strong yes, but yes.
Like a.
A dense, big croissant.
You know, it was a simple yes or no, and I'll take the wee all the way home. Thank you, judges.
Man, it's anybody's race from here. Yeah, we could all win this.
I want to see you eat it.
I'm severely lactose intolerant. Judges, beaucoup.
That just means a lot.
The truth is, nobody makes croissants without a recipe. That is a very brave and ambitious and bold and deranged thing to do.
That's us.
So it's really impressive you guys even got anything on the plate today. I couldn't imagine doing it without a recipe, and past my expectations today, honestly.
I feel like we need a hold hand.
You can hold hands.
I feel like we feel left out. Okay,
like a
now
seance.
we're good. Okay, I have the honor of announcing who came in last place today. This baker had issues with the shape of the croissant, the butter, specifically the temperature, and flavor. And that person is Kwesi. Congratulations. Sorry.
It's fine. It's fine. I'm happy. Are you guys happy what you did? Are you guys happy?
In third place today, it was a difficult decision. This bake had flavor. One might wonder, is the flavor too basic? Or is it too much? Is it something that is expected or unexpected? The croissant itself was a croissant. It had all the elements upon appearance. It felt right, it tasted right, but there were certain elements that kept it out of the top two. So third place today goes to Zach.
No! Sacre bleu! What is happening? No! No.
Yes.
Jimmy, I hate the flavor!
It was really salty, and we all thought it was kind of like bread.
Oh, I'm sorry, so I didn't make a croissant for the croissant competition.
Okay, well, we were looking at these two croissants. They both had layers.
Yeah.
They both were flaky. They both had a really good crunch sound. They both had like some family lineage behind it. I guess you know who. There's only two of you guys left.
Sure. Yeah.
But ultimately, the one that we put in first place just had a little bit better texture, a little bit better croissant-like layers. And that would be, I can't look at either of you. That would be Keith in first.
Congrats, Keith! I got second! Jared! Well, thanks to our judges, thanks to all the competitors, thanks to Rachel for crushing it yet again, and thanks to you for watching. We got 3 more episodes coming soon, so check back on the channel soon. And of course, we have the live special. Get your tickets now at tryguys.com/war. We'll see you. There's more Without a Recipe coming at you. Bye! Jared! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! What just happened?
Good stuff, Jared.
Next week on Without a Recipe, s'mores.
Oh my god, this is my worst nightmare.
Doesn't it smell like bones?
I don't know. Ah!
I also don't know. I also don't know.